With the 2019 to 2020 NBA season now fully underway, which as we all know was suspended as of March 11th, and of course, for a few days now, there are teams that have fully reopened their training camps to return to work in order to compete for the NBA championship. But who are the players who are trying the hardest, and in what way to surprise us with their superior performance? That's what we'll see in the next few minutes. For example, Damian Lillard reveals what a training session of the Portland Trail Blazers looks like, which returned to activity last May 8th. The main figure of the team revealed to the press how it is to work under strict security measures in order to avoid the contagion of the virus that has caused so many changes around the world. The whole first week was a breath of fresh air. On one level, it was exciting. You're finally back on the court and you're seeing everyone's faces again. But the second week, everyone's saying, okay, this is a little weird. The excitement is gone and now it's, what's going on? Says Dame. With some people criticizing the return to work in the midst of the health crisis, Lillard said, I haven't had a personal experience with the disease, but I know how real it is. There's nothing excessive when you see the kind of price it's taking on the world. Regarding the protocol he must follow, the base said he enters an improvised registration area where a member of the health and performance staff points out a non-contact infrared thermometer to control his temperature, then empties his pockets, phone, car keys, wallet, and keeps them in a zippered bag. Then washes his hands in the bathroom and puts on a pair of rubber gloves before entering the court. However, the base's commitment to training is total, and they do not stop practicing to optimize their performance, even if the sanitary measures become tedious. James Harden, on the other hand, puts a lot of effort into the preseason training session that worries his fans about how the results will show up. Fans of the Beard have expressed themselves by the dramatic weight loss the Houston Rockets player has shown, which is explained by the work he is doing. When the media gained access to Harden's training camp, they saw how the player has had plenty of high-intensity cardio workouts, as well as plyometric exercise routines and specific workouts according to his work on the court, performing them 2 to 3 times a day under the inclement heat of the area. I've been doing a lot of cardio. I have treadmills at home, all that good stuff. I really haven't been affected by this cessation in the game like many other players, Harden told the publication, adding that he also performs yoga routines to keep control of his body. The work has brought him success, and he is in his best physical shape, dropping a few pounds from how he was during the regular season. So, as much as his fans may think it's a worry, Harden is actually achieving an ideal athletic status. It's worth remembering that until the NBA suspension, Harden averages 34.4 points, 7.4, 6.4 rebounds per game, with 43.5% from the field and 35.2% from the three-point shot. What about other stars like Lonzo Ball? A few days ago, a video of the New Orleans Pelicans player, Lonzo Ball, hit social networks and quickly went viral. The video showed the former UCLA player training during the quarantine. Now, this may not seem like that big of a deal, but Ball's weightlifting form was the focus of several questions after the video hit the web. It's just that the star ship owner took a bar to hit some shoulder lifts to the ceiling. Instead of looking like a professional athlete, Lonzo looked more like a high school student trying to impress someone. Ball failed to block a single replay, leading everyone watching the video to criticize his form. Of course, it's easy to criticize from the couch. At least he keeps in shape while he's away from the basketball court. Besides, this really has nothing to do with his game. A professional athlete should probably be in better shape during training, especially after being in the NBA for 3 years. But who can question Lonzo's methods of staying in shape, if it's what he accomplishes with his game between the hoops that matters? Perhaps, however, the Pelicans should offer a better training regimen for their point guard while he's away from the team's facilities, don't you think? But the one who really has a monster training is Zion Williamson, who makes him the athletic monster of the NBA. If Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Greek monster of the NBA, then Zion Williamson is the athletic monster of the league. The body structure of the New Orleans Pelican star is huge and powerful, even by NBA player standards, let alone a 19-year-old kid. The huge 6'8", 284-pound Williamson possesses much greater explosive powers than his counterparts. His movements on the court are ethereal, as someone of his weight and height could not move at his speed under normal conditions. In addition, the rookie can also score from anywhere. He combines that skill with his fierce defense and his high basketball IQ. His final product is an entity never before seen on the basketball court. And yes, did we tell you that this entity can also fly? In his live Instagram, Miami Heat legend Dwayne Wade, clearly amazed by Williamson, calls him a monster. When the first one was asked about Zion, he replied, "Monster. Literally, watching him play in the NBA is like coming back and seeing the highlights of him in 7th grade in college. He's a monster." Zion's athletic abilities are unnatural. The player has cultivated his talents himself, reaching a position where he legitimately deserves to be labeled monster. To be honest, it wouldn't be a surprise if Zion decided to enter an NFL team's defensive lineup. Judging by his games in New Orleans, he could certainly be successful in the NFL. In the 2019-20 season, he had only played 19 games, and Williamson had averaged 23.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 2.2 assists for the New Orleans Pelicans. We look forward to seeing this beast of Zion mode with all the power next season. Williamson was also the favorite for Rookie of the Year before the season began, but due to his injury, the title turned to another gem, Ja Morant. And speaking of point guard Ja Morant, we know that he is unanimously profiled as Rookie of the Year. 70 journalists have voted and ranked him as number 1. All agree that 19 games do not qualify as Zion Williamson's case. So we understand his extra effort to overcome the stigma. Zion averages 23.6 points with 58.9% in the shot. Exceptional number 1 in the draft, but very few games. The same happened in the 2016-17 season to Joel Embiid. He was the best, but he only played 31 games, and the award went to Malcolm Brogdon. Morant has played 59 games. The number 2 in the draft has led to an amazing team. A great campaign by Memphis Grizzlies. His numbers? 17.6 points and 6.9 assists. And from what we see in some videos, he isn't stopping training hard for his return to the court either. So poor Williamson and his unorthodox training habits won't have it easy. Another one who has already decided where he will get in shape is Nikola Jokic, who is finishing the Orlando quarantine. That's right, Denver Nuggets. All-Star center Nikola Jokic will watch his team practice Tuesday night in Orlando, Florida. Jokic must still undergo physical testing by the Nuggets before he can practice with the team, a news source confirmed. The team posted photos of Jokic on the NBA campus at Walt Disney World Resort. The center did not travel with the Nuggets on his team's flight to Orlando because of travel problems. Adrian Wojnarowski and Brian Windhorst of ESPN reported that Jokic tested positive for the virus while in Serbia, temporarily delaying his return to the United States. He then had to test negative several times before traveling from Serbia to the United States and the NBA campus. Once at the Walt Disney World Resort, players must be quarantined for up to 48 hours and tested negative twice more if they fly privately to Orlando by NBA mandate. If a player flies commercially to Orlando, he must have 3 consecutive negative tests before resuming basketball activities. Beyond that, head coach Michael Malone has repeatedly said Jokic feels great. Denver is still in the doldrums, as Malone has said the Nuggets are waiting for positive news about the team's travel list members who didn't accompany the team to Orlando. Malone did not reveal the names of those who are not in Orlando. So, this is how some of our favorite stars spend their time while waiting for the opening whistle referee. Did you expect it to be this way? Or did you imagine them watching movies and eating popcorn until it was time to return? No doubt they leave that to you. They have another routine in mind. We hope you enjoyed the video. We post Monday through Friday, so make sure to hit the bell icon to be notified, and don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe down below. Check out some of these videos.